Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minus the Rumors podcast for June 30th, 2016. I am your host, Zero, the Unwise from Zero Plays Games, also known as Ed here, joined with my co-hosts, Bob from Sequel Syndrome / Ziploc Bob Gaming, Ziploc Bob.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
And we've also got Angry Hippie Lady, whose actual name is Hippie Moonchild.
Hello.
Esquire, and she's also a dame. Don't know what a dame is? Look it up.
Yep. And we have a lot of things to talk about tonight. Mainly, Crimson Rose not being here again. He's still moving. He said earlier today that he wished us luck, and he says hello, and he loves all of our viewers. He's up to his eyeballs in bleach right now, or something like that.
Yeah, lots of cleaning to do.
Lots and lots of cleaning to do. But be ready to see him next Thursday. He did say he would officially be moved in next week, and ready to be right back here on Thursday night.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, if things all go well. Other than that, we've got gaming news, tech news, and entertainment news, as well as, some filler for you. And we're going to jump right into it.
Let's get it.
Let's get right.
I hate
Don't you do it.
I hate you all. I already hate you all. We hadn't even started any of the stories yet, and I already hate you all.
So, there was this
I
game.
thought you loved me.
There was this game a long time ago that I used to play a lot on my Sega Genesis called Road Rash. Did you ever play that, Bob?
There was a video game. I don't know if it was this one particular because it's like this is back when I went. I think it was just a mom and pop. Now I really think about it. There was this game for the N64 that looks a lot like this, at least the entire idea that you were on a motorcycle of some sort doing some fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Road Rash came out in 1991. It was on the Game Boy Advance and then was later ported to other consoles. It's a motorcycle racing game where you race other motorcycles up and down the road and beat people with chains and whips and crowbars and shovels. Anyway, it's getting a sequel or a successor called Road Redemption. In 2013, Road Redemption was crowdfunded by Dark Seas Interactive to bring back the game basically to a more modern time. And it will be available on PC, Mac, and Linux. By the way, guys, they are going to release on Linux as well in October of this year. And the PS4 and Xbox One versions, which will be coming, released January 15th of next year.
Awesome! I can play video games from my Fedora box.
Yes, you can play video games on your Fedora unit. I said unit. But yeah, this game...
Yeah, we're going downhill quick, folks.
This game looks beautiful.
This one started downhill.
Well, we can only come up from here then.
Yes, we can do it.
Unless you've got a pickaxe, hippie.
I hate you all. I hate you all. My dog hates you too.
This podcast is doomed.
It's been doomed from the start. So Doom has got some new add-ons. It got an update, and basically the main part of the update, your weapon appears in the center of the screen like it did in Doom 1 and 2. Apparently it came in later in Doom 3, but it didn't start that way. Anyway,
Hey, can you talk quieter, please?
it just came out today. And there's some minor changes to multiplayer, and there's a photo mode and campaign. And there's a bunch of other things that are added in, but none of them really stand out compared to those three things.
Since I know I don't play it, have you played Doom?
No, I've only seen Doom 1 and 2. I think I've seen 3.
Zero, have you played the current Doom?
No, but I keep getting asked about it from Lynn's over at Not Quite Nerds. She's loving it, and she's looking very forward to the co-op on it.
Yeah. Supposedly there's supposed to be a various gameplay and cosmetic and blah blah blah. Like all the stuff they promised us that they were going to fix. Like, well, they didn't even fix anything, but say anything particular. They're just saying, yeah, that multiplayer, we're going to fix it. This seems to be the first iteration of them doing that. So, yeah, it's good to see something have new life, kind of breathed into it. Speaking of new life, System Shock is getting a remaster, at least hopefully. The Kickstarter is asking for $900,000, and one day it actually capped out at over 500,000. This thing is insane. Basically, System Shock was a game made back in 1994 when we still used floppy disks to have the entire game on, and the game hasn't aged that well.
Mm-hmm.
But I have played the demo that is out for free. I highly suggest people play the demo. It's a pre-alpha, so it's more of a proof of concept and a really strong one. Because after I did this, I'm like, if I had $20 to give them, I would. Even though $20 would only give me the first tier, which is $5, and you get like email updates and the concept art pack. The $25 pledge has limited to 300 because the $20 and $30 are the exact same. The $30 has no limits, which is the repair bot, which is a digital copy of System Shock on your Xbox One, Steam, or GOG account. A digital Tri-Optium book, which is the company that runs this thing that runs the space station you're on, and a repair bot form SSR badge. And for $50, you get a enhanced version of System Shock, or the enhanced version of the original System Shock that was released in 2005.
Oh. Hang on, folks. I lost my TeamSpeak. Ah! Sorry about that. I lost my TeamSpeak.
You good?
I'm good. Computer's doing weirdness. I don't know what it's doing.
Is the stream good?
We're checking. It's still not dropping frames anymore. Well, it's in a... Yes, it's dropping frames just sitting here. Hopefully it's still watchable.
Yeah. But let's see but you get the digital collector's edition, which means you get a digital copy of the game on Steam's digital maps, the digital Tri-Optium handbook, the digital soundtrack, digital art wallpaper pack, a human mutanoid forum badge, a human mutant credit in the game. But let's just go ahead and skip down to the more insane ones, which they've already actually sold a lot of these, even though like these are more expensive. For $500, you can be a cyborg elite. You're converted by Shodan, the big enemy AI in the game, and have an enemy named after you on the Citadel station in the game. A cyborg elite forum badge, a cyborg elite credit in the game, and all the collector's edition stuff, both physical and digital. Exclusive access to developer forums, exclusive access to closed beta, and digital copies of those games. But let's see, the $750 tier is gone, surprisingly. The $1,000 tier that only has 6 copies left, you get a resin. Okay, I always screw this up. Do inches have the 2 little ticks, or is that feet?
That's yes, 2 ticks.
2 ticks is inches?
Yes.
Okay. So a 10-inch cast statue of the Citadel Station where the game takes place.
Why would they give away a 10-foot
Five-
statue?
For $1,000.
A cast iron,
Funsies.
a cast 10,000, a 10.
It's resin.
Can you imagine what shipping on that would be? Come on, Bob.
Stupid. I'm not smart sometimes. You also get 5 digital copies of the game, Cortex Reaver Forum badge, Cortex Reaver credit in game, and all the editions for $2,000. And there's only 2 of these left. They only had 5 to give out. This is ridiculous. The original painting signed by concept artist Rob Rodgers, 5 digital collector's edition, Shodan's Pat Foreman badge in game and in the forums. For $3,000, which is a retailer tier, you get 20. Oh wait, okay, that's actually still got all 40 left. You get 20 big box collector's editions for $5,000, and there's only 3 of these left. You get a custom System Shock gaming laptop with an NVIDIA GeForce 970M and all sorts of craziness with it, with like chroma keys and backlighting and all that. But if you want to go above and beyond with $10,000, you can go to an exclusive party and get everything the previous tiers give you. So, yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of new things, Bioshock is getting a remaster that's going to offer a free PC upgrade. That's going to be running at 1080p, 60 FPS, and it's going to come across PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. 2K just officially announced this today, and you might be able to get it free if you already own Bioshock, Bioshock 2, with or without the Minerva's Den Bioshock 2 DLC. You can get the remastered version of Bioshock or Bioshock 2. Bioshock Infinite comes with the collection, but is already a 1080 60 game, so it is not getting a remastered edition released for it. There's nothing to remaster. The game's absolutely beautiful.
Well, the game
get
just
remastered
came out
for the PC.
So.
It actually is getting remastered onto the newer systems.
Yes.
That makes any sense.
Yes. Infinity's, yes, is getting remastered for consoles, not on PC. It's going to be $60. Launches September 13th in the States, and September 15th in Australia, and September 16th in everywhere else.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I was excited and kind of sad that I already played Bioshock 1, and that I was only going to be able to see Bioshock 2 remastered.
Yeah. My goodness, these frames. Sorry, I didn't mean.
Dropping?
I am still dropping. I apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I know that they're doing utility work on my road. I didn't see who it was, whether it be the power company or Charter, my beautiful internet provider, but I've dropped almost 6,000 frames since the stream started. Hopefully it is watchable. I know Twitch is telling me that the stream configuration is acceptable right now, but it could be also input on Twitch. I do run their heaviest ingest server, and traffic be getting crazy.
Yeah. That could accidentally tick a couple people off, and we are sorry for that, unlike the people who make Call of Duty.
So, Call of Duty apparently has just gone crazy. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 will be getting some DLC called Descent, and it's going to have mechanized zombie infantry. Zombies, okay, whatever. But fire-breathing dragons, I mean, what other kind of dragon do you want? I mean, ice-breathing dragons pretty cool too, but still,
Acid breathing. I like the black dragons from D&D.
But it's unclear whether these dragons are going to be good or bad, like if they're going to work for you or if they're going to be on the other side. But in the trailer they do kill zombies, so I mean that's nice, I guess. And they do seem to be rideable, but that's, once again, we're not sure at this point. But the DLC will be released for PlayStation 4 on July 12th, and other platforms will have to wait. And based on previous DLC, it'll probably hit PC in mid-August or so.
Also, that dragon shield, I want one in real life.
Oh yeah, I've never played Black Ops, never had any desire to play any Call of Duty at all, but I saw it, and Bob can say that this is true, that
We
I
both
saw it,
said, I want to buy
I
this
want
game.
it.
I think it's the dumbest idea to ever come out of Activision's
Dragons.
office. But okay, if the
You
people
wanna
want
put $50
dragons,
on that, 'cause I can give me 5 minutes and I can prove you wrong.
I don't care. Dragons, that's all I care about.
I mean, it's a DLC, so I'm fine with it. It's not the main game. And it's like, okay, the zombie mode can get a little tiring, so let's jazz it up and put something crazy in there.
what was that game that had plants versus zombies?
Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
that was the name of it.
what was the name of that game called?
Plants vs. Zombies.
Versus Zombies.
I know that they were in it. What was the game called?
It was called Plants vs.
Garden
Zombies.
Warfare.
Garden Warfare?
Yes.
Best Call of Duty ever.
That was the
I'm
second
so
one.
done.
Call of Duty Garden Warfare. Yes. Yes.
Headache.
Yes, I am Agent Sputnik.
All right, guys, let's move on to the tech
okay.
portion for the night. Yes.
Jesus Christ. We know we're starting off strong with the tech portion when I say CNN and Square Enix are holding a human augmentation conference. What's a human augmentation? Well, what's a human augmentation conference for that matter? Basically, if you guys have been following us for a while, we did a story one time about this guy who had his arm ripped off by a train and had it replaced with a cybernetic prosthetic. Isn't affixed to his body yet. It might actually be by now. And, well, it has like a smartwatch, a drone, a phone charger. You know, nothing too elaborate. But seeing it and then Square Enix are actually having a conference about like, hey, what do we, kind of having a conversation about it to start the conversation, because this is going to be one that's going to be around for a while once this gets in the medical field. Some of the panels that they're going to have over this is augmentation a right? How can human augmentation be accessible to everyone on the planet? Because there's plenty of places with people who don't have all their limbs. And selective versus therapeutic augmentation. Who should have the final say on augmentation procedures? Doctors or individuals? Like, should I be able to get a robo arm just because I want it? Or do I have to get a doctor to sign off on me getting a robo arm? And lastly,
I foresee the amount of like home accidents greatly going up if this all gets like, oh yeah, you can totally just be like, I want a robot arm. And they'd be like, well, there's nothing wrong with your arm. Coming into the ER that night. Oh, look at that. My arm got cut off by a chainsaw.
I want a robo hand. What? It's like, you have both hands. Then I put my hand in my food processor. Or my food disposal. And the last one I have is like, actually like a discussion on the code of ethics on human augment. They made clear to say that they aren't making any direct rules for this phenomena as it's coming up, providing the tools to create a deeper conversation about it because they realize this is going to be something that's going to be happening for a long time. CNN is mainly recording it. They're not going to be having too much of their hands in it and on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also going to be streamed live on the Deus Ex Twitch channel.
The Deus Ex Twitch channel.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because that's that game where you're a human robot. A mandroid.
Where you play as
Mandroid.
Adam Jensen and you're an android.
No, you're a mandroid.
Why do you have to gender bias it like that? We already have enough problems with SJWs just because I'm here.
Well, fine. You know, I worry for the future of android kind viruses and whatnot. Speaking of viruses, Windows 10 is back in the news again.
This one actually made me laugh. Because the number even was perfect.
The number on it was even perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10,000. $10,000. Seattle travel agent sued Microsoft for an unauthorized download and install of Windows 10, rendering her computer useless because it did not fully update and load. The main reason the travel agent sued is, you know, that little X up in the corner?
Yeah.
On
The
pretty much
close X?
no one ever said that's the close X. And apparently,
Except for, years of tech manuals that I've actually had to read.
okay, well, sometimes with this whole get Windows 10 pop-up, Microsoft changed that X to mean, sure, let's go ahead and upgrade this download. Or let's approve this. That's not, just get this crap out of my face anymore. This is, I accept these terms and conditions and would further like to install Windows 10. Microsoft has since this came out, Microsoft has reverted that. But yes, from now on, when you click the X, you'll be canceling the update to Windows 10. But before, it was, I accept this. Let's do these things. The travel agent sued because she lost $10,000 worth of wages. Actually, she brought in her books to the courtroom during the suit to show that she actually lost about $17,000 worth of wages just because of the time of the year that her computer upgraded. That's a big peak travel time for people. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Hippie?
Sucks for her.
Sucks for her.
Sucks for her, really?
Yeah.
So she gets ripped off and you're just like, sucks for her. And yes, it was a woman.
I mean, that Windows 10 is something that nobody wants.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of good about it, except for, all this software doesn't work anymore. I had to buy a new printer. Drivers for my existing...
They don't have Minesweeper or Solitaire.
Well, the big thing is, if you run dated equipment or dated software or specialized software, there's these things called drivers and executables and stuff like that in your application packaging. Windows 10 is
okay. Let's say if you're running specialized software, like most small companies have to, right? And you're running, say, Windows 7, or even better yet, Windows 8.1.
Mm-hmm.
And it works perfectly on 8.1. Designed for 8.1 in that architecture, but it was not designed for 10 in that architecture. Now you can't just get a patch from the patch guys. You're going to have to pay the guy to make you a patch for it to go to Windows 10. And there's extra money that it's cost you.
Yep.
Just because Microsoft said, your computer's we're changing the meaning of the red X in the upper right, even though it contradicts every tech manual we've put out.
But here's the thing: when she didn't get a complete install of Windows 10, it only like partially downloaded and installed because Windows 10 runs on a P2P upload and download schedule. She didn't get the complete package when her computer decided it was time to unzip that package and get out that package. How many times can I say package? But with Windows,
You're trying too hard at this point.
with Windows 10, when you upgrade, you can revert if you don't like it. Well, she tried to revert back to Windows 7 that she had, and it didn't revert correctly because the old operating system was partially erased by the Windows 10 upgrade. And then she had to buy a laptop, and that had Windows 8.1 on it. And it would run some of her software, but not all of it. But for those of you that still want Windows 10, you can get it until July 29th for free, as long as you're running a valid copy of Windows right now. Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 8.1.
Yeah, the thing is I've done it. I've already upgraded. It's fine. But at the same time, this is just a shady business practice. And it bit them in the butt.
It only cost them $10,000, though. But the floodgates are open,
one
guys.
Person. Now, if this turned into a class action, it could have been a lot worse.
This opened the floodgates. I'm going to bet there will be class action lawsuits coming up very soon.
Yeah, using this as a form of case law.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's a fine product, and it's one of those things to where, like, there is no legal reason that I know of, and I'm saying this as someone who is not a lawyer, that you can just say, "Oh, they should have known that this would have done this when," like, say, if and 49 out of 50 states, a stop sign means stop.
Well,
but at this state, it means yield, and a yield sign means stop. That wouldn't hold up in court either.
Right. Well, we are talking about an operating system that, if you had Windows Update enabled, would download in the background of your computer regardless of whether or not you wanted it, and then let you know that it was ready for install. I'm not showing a hatred for Windows 10 or anything like that, or at least I'm not trying to portray it. I'm sure it's a good operating system. I know it is not what I want. And that's what the consumer base is about. Do you want this? Stop trying to shove it down people's throats. If they do not want it, they don't want it.
And if someone doesn't want it and you shove it down their throats, they're not going to buy your next product, and you can't get a repeat customer. Because if you're giving it out for free, there's obviously a problem there.
Yes. I have speculations on it. You can go ahead and email me if you want to talk about it, or, leave a comment. We can have a discussion on it, but we can't do it on Minus the Rumors because of our name and our mission to keep speculation and rumor out of things.
Now, honestly, and this is keeping speculation and rumor out of it, I've actually read before that one of the main reasons where they're trying to give it out for free was honestly because instead of trying to maintain 3 operating systems, technically 4, because 8.1 and 8, right, and all its different versions.
Mm-hmm.
If they can just if they just get it towards like, hey, everybody updates to 10, and we can make 10 the best thing, and spend all our manpower on that, and we'd actually spend less manpower on just doing one operating system.
See, I heard that it was for better ad targeting and increased profit. That's why they're giving it away for free. But then again, that is speculation. Should be stricken from the record. By no means am I a liable source or a reliable source. And yeah, that's Bob and my 2 cents on it, at least. Hippie, what you bring to the tech table for the night?
What do you want, Hippie?
There's a cute little robot, and his name is Cosmo, and he's powered by some advanced AI, of course, and he's funny and he's cute, and oh my god, he's a little toy though. He's not like anything super amazing that's gonna help you around the house or anything like that, but um. He can process more data per second than all the Mars rovers combined. He has a playful personality, and he's designed to react to emotions and even nudge the user that plays with him, or to get them to play with him. Um, Cosmo, I mean, he costs a little bit, but what would you expect from a robot? He costs $180. Um, and he will be shipped in the United States in October. So very, very soon, we're gonna start seeing this little guy all around, and hopefully, and he's gonna be super cute. I want one.
Where can we get
But apparently,
Cosmo?
huh?
Where can we get Cosmo?
Uh.
Oh,
Wasn't it
Oops.
like? Wasn't
this
it
is
like?
why we read our articles.
Wasn't it
beforehand.
like-
Hey, I have things highlighted. I just didn't have that highlighted.
Well, you've got a price for him. Do we know where we can get him? Or
We do know the SDK is coming out soon. The SDK basically is the standard developers kit, where people can program other things.
I want him
for
to
it.
flip me
My main
off.
question is his name is Cosmo. Is
it
there a
COZ?
unit that you can buy the pair with it called Wanda?
COZ?
Oh my god.
What?
Is it COZ? It is COZMO. I'm going to buy a dev kit and have him chase my cats. And by the way, you can get him from Anki, ANKI. They have other products as well. Anki Overdrive, Battle and Race Robotic Supercars. That's the Anki Overdrive. It's like remember the old slot car tracks? These are supercars that are self-driving, can be run on the Anki Overdrive app. What is this? These things are amazing. It's a slot car track that you drive the cars without slots and use your phone.
You can actually pre-order it now for $160.
I know what I'm spending my student loan money on.
And don't worry, free standard shipping on all orders. So there.
It looks so tiny.
But
in that
apparently, it
one
comes with
picture.
little blocks. It has an app and all that good stuff, where it will play games and stuff with you. But it was designed after the little cleaner bot off of Wally. So there's that.
It was based
know-
off of Wally. That was his name, was Wally.
No. The cleaner bot. Like, considering its size and how it is, like that little bot.
Oh,
personality.
yeah.
You know, the one though where it's like, ah, crap. Clean.
But yeah, that's gonna be coming out very soon, and he's so cute. Oh my god.
Yay, just in time.
Yay.
To save up money for Christmas.
Yay.
Hell, that was entertaining. Speaking of entertainment is the entertainment system, or section. System, yes. The Nintendo
Entertainment systems are very entertaining. Wow,
Yes.
Bob.
That's
what you bring to the table tonight.
Yes.
We try.
Actually,
guys,
me and Hippie here swap stories on one sense.
if you guys want entertainment, I'd like to take a second here and tell you to go on over and check out the Bottle Rocket Gaming podcast as well. You can find that on YouTube under the BRG podcast.
They are website, Bottle Rocket Gaming.
Or at their new website, Bottle Rocket Gaming. Great bunch of people, great bunch of folks. If you're a video game player or content creator, I would urge you to go and sign up for Bottle Rocket Gaming over on their website. Very active community.
Or if you're just someone who likes video games, you can sign up there, and you'll occasionally find at least one of us, because I'm on there all the time on their Discord.
BRG, Bottle Rocket Gaming. Just look them up. You should be 18 to join. Great group of folks, guys.
Yeah, the only reason why is because we have a very crude sense of humor. So if you like the stuff that I put on my channel and that crude sense of humor, you're fine.
You're not the only crude person here, Bob. You're just the only one that doesn't appear to have an off switch for it. Sick burn. Self 5.
Yeah, I really don't. What I do is I save my off switch points for the entire week just for our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the death of that. Oh wait, Death Note. Yeah, that's right. Death Note, the manga turned anime turned live action film. What is this? Actually, that Death Note for those of you who don't know, is an anime that's been pretty huge. Like, I wouldn't say Naruto huge, but especially for a non-fighting anime, this is more of a suspense anime. Much in the same vein of a Hannibal Lecter movie. And basically, they are casting, or they already have cast the movie and everything else. They're just now announcing that it's being shot. Right now, the main star is Matt Wolf, so hopefully there's going to be hopefully they're setting it in a different place because the universe would allow for that. Like, it doesn't involve any of the actual characters, but uses the lore to make its own story that can stand on its own feet. Because the original story is supposed to take part in Japan, and Matt Wolf, who may be a great actor, I have no idea, he was in Paper Towns, is not Asian.
Mm-hmm.
At all. Not to sound racist, he is Asian. None of those traits were passed on to his looks. So, basically, there could be another entire upset where fans of an anime series, much like oh God, I cannot remember the name Ghost in the Shell, when they got just photos released, just accused Hollywood of whitewashing. This could be another case of that, because if this guy is supposed to be light or L, there are major problems, because I really don't see this guy being part of Japan, even though L is actually supposed to be French, so if he's L, that could actually kind of work. But yeah. So it's a thing, but be warned, it happened with the entire it being criticized for whitewashing just because of the main actor, who is basically like, hey, do you want a job? And he's like, yes, I would like a job.
Right.
One job, please.
Hmm.
So
Well,
speaking of things that
that's
have been put off and rumored,
Like Hippie in my relationship.
oh, that's never gonna happen.
That's not put off. That's been put on ice.
Dang it.
You're being way too blunt when even I get it.
Dang it.
Oh, I've gotten it. I just ignore him.
She's like, you'll never
No,
get this.
I was talking to Zero on that one, not you, Hippie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Fine.
Anyway,
Fine.
Stephen King's It film adaptation has finally begun. Yes, there was a movie before that came out that apparently was bad. Childhood me remembers it being really scary, and I still cannot walk over storm drains without cringing a little bit.
We all float down here.
No,
Stop it! Stop
we
it!
all float down here.
Stop it! I cannot. Anyway, you guys, I talked about Bob with this. My dad used to stand at the end of the dark hallway and say that and laugh just like Pennywise, and I cannot deal with it. Anyway, it started filming finally. um, there's been some photos released of kind of just hinting at it. Nothing really. You don't get to see the set or anything like that. But there's a picture of balloons that are just floating in one person's office, and then there's a picture of a chair with just it on the back. But yes, hopefully this one's gonna be good. It's supposed to hit theaters September 8th, 2017. Hopefully it gets filmed and does come to theaters, because there's been rumors about this for a long time, and
Did you mention?
yeah, it's finally what?
Did you mention that it's going to be 2 films?
No, I did not mention that.
Ah, oops. Sorry.
Thank you.
This has been Minus the Rumors production of Angry Hippie Lady having a panic attack.
But yeah, no, Bill Skarsgård Pennywise will never be as good as Tim Curry Pennywise. And yes, this movie will be 2 films. The first one is going to be the kids when they're growing up in, what was it, Derry? Is that where they were? Derry, Maine? Where they're kids. And then the second movie is going to be their reunion as adults, where, you know, they finally take on Pennywise, it, where they all float down here.
Yeah. Dear God, it's a giant spider.
See, my brain doesn't even remember that. All I remember is Pennywise, and everything flows down here, and then, like, my brain stops. My memory of the movie stops when the kid is in the freaking sewer.
For those of you
like, that's it.
For those of you that haven't seen it, what
Please
is
do.
it? It's it.
Just
What
don't-
is it?
Just whatever you do, don't play the It drinking game because people have died from that crap.
Yes. Well, Stephen King's a morbid guy, but I would suggest seeing the old film as soon as you can, because it was great. I'm not even gonna lie. It's great.
I remember liking
It
it.
still holds up well. It's just from like that last
yeah,
act.
1990.
Yeah, that last act. And I'm not even going to say, oh, it's because it's the 90s movie. No, from a storytelling standpoint, it just fell apart.
It was too much. It was too much. The book was like 1,800 pages long or something stupid huge.
Mhm. It's huge.
And it just got, and the way they presented it, just
Yeah, you lose a lot
in
of it.
In the words of Tropic Thunder, you went full retard. Never
No,
go
Bob.
retard.
No, Bob. All right.
It really went full stupid.
There we go. Yeah.
But that's all the trash talking I'm going to do, because I'm going to let Spider-Man and Dead for me. God, I love comics. I really do. Especially when they satire real life. And Spider-Man Deadpool issue number 6. Spider-Man and Deadpool go to their local multiplex and costume, because, of course, to see the latest superhero epic, Not Hawk v Hyperion, Yawn of Boredom, produced by Cat and Burger. We all know they're really talking about Batman v Superman, because the tagline is, "You won't believe their mothers share the same first name." Spidey and Deadpool are walking out of the movie, and they appear to have hated it. And Deadpool doesn't mind taking shots at Wolverine origins in his standalone movie, claims Not Hawk v Hyperion just didn't make sense, and he doesn't understand why heroes were fighting one minute, then best friends the next, and Spider-Man, who's now part of the MCU, slams the movie for setting up 8 different movies instead of just delivering one satisfying one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, though. They don't mind taking a cheap shot of themselves, because Spider-Man jokes about his own big screen alter ego and all the reboots Peter Parker had to suffer through over the years, while consoling Deadpool about losing out on his shot to be more than a comic book character. All in all, it is a little Like this really is mean spirited, but funny. Um, there's a couple of comic panels to where like Wolverine and Storm is having a quick conversation. It's like, hey, now how come one of the none of the superheroes talk to us? Yeah, it's like we don't even exist to them. It's a stab at the fact that Fox will not let Marvel use its own properties in the movies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we had like Colossus and Teenage Warhead or Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, with that one, it's because they couldn't afford the other X-Men, and that was a Fox universe.
Oh yeah, that was a Fox Universe movie, wasn't it?
I'm talking about like, let's say, Agents of Shield, right?
Yes.
That's a Marvel production. They cannot use the word mutant because that means X-Men.
That
Mutant
means X-Men.
Yeah. So, they're enhanced.
Enhanced.
Yeah.
Interesting,
They're
Bob.
enhanced. They're enhanced people. You know, little stupid stuff like that. To where, and this one, the writers just had a field day with just making fun of all the stupidity just happening.
Yeah.
And yes, there's a nice little bit of them taking a shot even at their own other comics to where Daredevil in the same panel is talking and about like how he can read the lines of his script by feeling the impression of ink on his fingertips. And Captain's like, "Hail Hydra!" Because that storyline was about 2 weeks ago. And is still ongoing. But, yeah.
All this talk
That's
is
about-
making me hungry.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry. And you know what? I haven't
Are
done...
you hangry?
Can we switch this from like a gaming talk show to something where we can just eat and chill?
You know what? I've been eating tacos on stream for a year now. A year.
Talk.
And Twitch finally gets a social eating category? Do you realize how big I could be right now? How famous?
How fat? Yes.
I'm
But
already
you're not
fat.
a cute busty.
You're not fat. You're plus size, but I'm not going
I'm
to fat shame.
I'm fun
Not
size.
fat, fluffy.
I'm not fat, there's just more to love.
I'm a little gordo. Kind of
So,
husky.
yeah, social eating has been rolled out right now. And yeah, there's like 20 live channels right now, 30, 40, 50, 60 live channels right now. People eating pizza, people drinking, people doing stupid
People
stuff.
eating people.
The day this rolled out, somebody pretty much immediately ate cat vomit on stream. But yeah, because of the Bob Ross,
Oh, dude.
because of the Bob Ross success that Twitch had when they showed The Joy of Painting, more than 5.8 million people, by the way, watched that. 5.8 million unique viewers watching The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. And then there was the creative category that came with that, you know, non-gaming stuff, music, video making, painting, drawing, cosplay creation. Well, according to the creative end of the Twitch FAQ, eating streams are not allowed there. So social eating is now a thing on Twitch under its own category. Oh, they also have the food thing because cooking food was not a creative thing either. But now that's its own thing on Twitch as well.
Really? That's pretty creative.
No,
Have you ever
Twitch
seen a pastry at work?
Twitch TV/food is its own thing now. That's where they showed The Joy of Cooking with Julia Childs.
All right.
But yes, you can now watch people eat on stream under the social eating category here on Twitch. And I think I'm about due for another tacos and chill stream.
Chimmy freaking chonga.
I'll be like,
Well-
feed a broke streamer, and you can just sit here and watch me eat granola really loudly into my microphone. Just be like,
Oh no! You're broke whenever you don't have the money for electricity, but you have ramen, so you have to eat that crap dry.
yes. Yes.
All right. Well, moving on to releases and the end of our show, and the games category releases this week or this coming week, we have Hawken for the Xbox One. It's coming out July the 1st, so tomorrow, and it's kind of a mech-based shooter game.
Mm-hmm.